Hey, how's it going everyone? This is the Anime Man. And welcome to the first episode of What the Fuck Japan. This is a new series that I've started where, as it suggests in the title, I introduce and talk about some things that'll make you go, what the fuck Japan? Now today's What the Fuck Japan has to do with anime, which is not surprising since you're on the Anime Man channel. Now you guys may know that once an anime usually gets quite popular in the anime and or manga world, it sometimes turns into live action adaptations. If you guys don't know what that is, it's where they take a story from a manga or an anime and they pretty much turned it into a real movie with real actors. Now anime and manga has had the tendency to spit out some pretty shitty live action adaptations, including the recent Attack on Titan movie and the Parasite movie. Of course, every now and then there are some pretty good live action adaptations such as Gantz and Rurouni Kenshin. But the live action adaptation I'm talking about today, which really inspired me to start this series, is based off a manga series by the name of Mai-chan's Daily Life. Now, if you guys don't know what this is, then you're probably better off. For those of you who don't know what Mai-chan's Daily Life is, Mai-chan's Daily Life is an eroguro anime. Eroguro mean sexual and violent. It's an adult manga that's been quite infamous in the manga world because of just how brutal it is, both sexually and violence-wise. And somebody in Japan thought it was a fantastic idea to make this into a live-action movie. What the fuck? Now, there are trailers online for this movie, and if you guys are not comfortable with splatter movies, extreme violence, and just disturbing imagery, I do not recommend you go watch it, because I watched this trailer the other day, and I mean, I'm quite used to gore anime, and I'm quite used to, Japanese splatter movies, but whoa, that was fucked up. And this kind of leads on to this discussion of, has this movie gone too far? Because I honestly think that turning this manga, which is already known to be extremely notorious in the manga world, and if you guys have been delving into the manga world at all, then you know there is some pretty fucked up shit out there. Even comparing it to the fucked up manga out there, Mai-chan's Daily Life is up there as being one of the most fucked up. And someone decided to turn that into a live action, horror pornography movie? Why? I was wrapping my head around, the actual demographic for the manga, and now I have to think, what's the demographic for the movie? Now look, there have been some pretty fucked up horror movies that have come out from Japan. Japan is known for creating some of the most fucked up horror movies ever. If you guys thought Japanese horror movies like The Ring and Ju-on were fucked up, then there have been some absolutely messed up Japanese horror movies that have never even made it to cinemas. It's straight to DVD release stuff because it was just so fucked up. And I'm really surprised that Mai-chan's Daily Life is not one of those, because judging from the trailer, this movie is gonna be fucked. Now, one of the biggest aspects of this movie that differs from other Japanese splatter movies that I believe results in this movie going too far is the fact that it's an eroguro. If it was just a regular torture porn movie like Saw, then hey, there have been heaps of those in the past. But combining that imagery with sexual imagery? Only Japan, guys. The only way to describe this is if the Saw movies turned into a porno. Yeah, not something you really want to think about. So I just want to ask, why, Japan? Why? What possible demographic could you be posing this to? Sure, you know, it might be released in some kind of really obscure film festival where people might take it as a kind of art form. You know, art is subjective after all. If you think this is art, then this is art. If you think it's just fucked up, it's fucked up. But seriously, there are so many other stories that you could have possibly invested your money into and turned it into a live action. This is pretty much the equivalent of turning Boku no Pico into a live action, which there have been some rumors that it might happen. Don't quote me on that though, because they're only rumors, and I want them to stay as rumors. But unfortunately, we can't say the same thing about this movie. This movie is happening, it's in production, there are trailers out there, and it is going to be released in cinemas if it hasn't already. So just a word of warning, if you are going to go check out the trailer, like I said, this is based off an adult manga. It is based off extreme sexualization and extreme gore, and the live action adaptation isn't holding anything back at all. And I, myself, am not gonna go watch it, because why the fuck would I? But if you're into that kind of stuff, then hey, you're into that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, what the fuck, Japan? So guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you think this live action adaptation is kind of taking it too far, or do you think there is actually potential for this movie and there is a potential demographic for this movie? Also, let me know, instead of this movie, what anime series or what manga series they should have invested their money into to make a live action adaptation. Also, let me know in the comments below if you have seen or heard any more what the fuck Japan things that I can possibly introduce and talk about. Anyways, thanks for watching. As always, like and favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe for more anime banner, and I'll see you guys next video, whatever I make. Keep watching anime. Ciao!